Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Excellency, Keyajiasan Mutawakil Alamwah SIMM is the critical of Sedulasan Genggong Islamic Boarding School. The Honorable Dr. Abdullah Wahab Mages, Director of UNZA. The Honorable Ms. Wahyu Lestari MPD as the Dean of Scientific and Education Teaching Faculty. The Honorable Ms. Endang MPD as the lecturer of speaking to, and respectable all my friends whom I love. Okay, now I will presentation about culture. Direct to the point. Next, the first cultural understanding. Culture comes from the Sanskrit word budaya, which means things relate to the intellect or reason. In English, culture is called culture, which comes from the Latin word collect, which means to cultivate or work. Simply put, culture is a way of life that is learned and inherited, not innate. Culture is a way of life that develops and is out by a group of people, then passed on the next generations. Culture includes various elements such as costume, language, art, religion, and politics. In general, culture is the result of human creativity, feelings, and desires that develop because of needs. Next is cultural role. Cultural role, there are three. The first, individual role. Second, conscientist role. And the last, the role of culture in society. Individual role, bringing and developing culture. Individuals can bring and develop culture through creativity and innovations, following traditions. Individuals can follow cultural traditions and customs to maintain cultural identity. Interacting with society, individuals can interact with other communities to enrich cultural experience. Society's role, forming cultural identity. Society can form cultural identity through values, norms, and traditions. Developing culture. Society can develop culture through art, literature, and creativity. Preserving cultural heritage. Society can preserve cultural heritage for future generations. The role of culture in society. Shaping behavior. Culture can shape the behavior and social interaction of society, developing social cohesion. Culture can develop social cohesion and strengthen relationship between members of society, encouraging awareness. Culture can enhance awareness of the values and norms that apply in society. Next is cultural elements. Cultural elements, there are 10. The first, values and norms. Principles that govern behavior and social interactions. Number 2, traditions. Costume and rituals that are passed down from generation to generations. Number 3, language. Communication systems used by a society. 4. Arts and entertainment. Creative experience that reflect cultural identity such as music, dance, theater, literature, fine arts. 5. Food and drink. Consumption habits that are typical of a society. 6. Clothing and fashions. Styles of dress that reflects cultural identity. 7. Architecture. Styles of buildings and structures that reflect cultural identity. 8. Symbols and icons. Symbols that have special meaning in a culture. 9. History and heritage. Experience and events that shape cultural identity. And the last, religion and beliefs. Belief systems and religious practice held by a society. Next is cultural characteristics. Cultural characteristics of culture include there are 8. The first, learned. Second, shared. Third, transmitted. 4. Dynamic. 5. Specific. 6. Symbolic. 7. Religious behavior. And 8. Reflects identity. Learned. Culture is learned through socializations and interactions with society. Shared. Culture shared by members of society and becomes part of their identity. Transmit. Culture is transmitted from generation to generation through tradition and costumes. Dynamic. Culture can change and develop over time and social change. Specific. Culture has characteristics that are specific and unique to each society. Symbolic. Culture use symbols and sight to communicate values and norms. Regulates behavior. Culture regulates behavior and social interaction through values and norms. Reflects identity. Culture reflects the identity of individuals and society. Next is cultural example. Example of culture in Indonesia. Traditions, food, clothing, music and art, and festivals and celebrations. Tradition. There are 2. Tradition dance. Tradition dance such as Legong dance, Kecak dance, and Jaipong dance. And 2. Tradition ceremonies. Tradition ceremonies such as Javanese tradition wedding ceremony, Sunday's tradition ceremony, and Balinese tradition ceremony. Food. The first, fried rice, typical Indonesia food that is popular throughout the world. 2. Gado-gado, typical Indonesia food consisting of vegetable and peanut sauce. 3. Sate, typical Indonesia food consisting of sauce and grilled meat. Cloth, batik and kebaya. Batik, tradition Indonesia clothing that is famous for its unique motifs and design. Kebaya, tradition Indonesian clothing consisting of cloth decorated with embroidery and beads. Music and art. Gamelan, traditional traditional Indonesia music consisting of percussion instruments. Wayang kulit, traditional Indonesia art consisting of theater performs, festivals and celebrates. Eid al-Fitr, an Islamic holiday celebrated by Muslims in Indonesia. Nyepi, al-Hindu holiday celebrated by Hindu in Bali. Cultural festival. Cultural festival held to promote Indonesia culture. The last is culture functions. Culture of functions include the first, forming identity. Culture helps shape the identity of individuals and society. 2. Regulating behavior. Culture regulates behavior and social interactions through values and norms. 3. Passing on traditions. Culture passes on traditions and costume from generation to generation. 4. Increasing social churching. Culture helps encourage social possessing and strengthen relationship between members of society. 5. Developing creativity. Culture develops creativity and artists experience through various forms of art and entertainment. 6. Increasing awareness. Culture increases awareness of the values and norms that apply in society. 7. Helps adaptations. Culture helps individuals and society adapt to the environment and social change. The last is increasing pride. Culture increases pride and a sense of belonging to cultural identity. Thank you very much. That's all for me. If you find me mistake, forgive me please. And the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.